When working with measures of poverty, as well as many other economic variables or statistics, we often want to compare figures across different years. Because the U.S., like most countries, has inflation or an increase in the general price level in most years, we will almost always need to convert amounts to adjust for the effects of inflation. That is, we would not want to take an individual's income in 2015 and compare that with income or necessary expenditures in 1970. We know that price levels were lower in the past, and so today's income would be worth far more, would have greater purchasing power in a time with lower prices. Fortunately, the availability of a price index makes this conversion relatively straightforward. This chart shows a commonly used price index in the U.S. known as the CPI-U, or Consumer Price Index for Urban Consumers, for several years from 1990 to 2013. The index value for each year represents the overall price level relative to some base year, 1982 in this specific case, and in essence relative to all the other years listed. The base year, while not shown here, would have an index value of 100. The value of 150 in 1995 then means that prices in 1995 were 50% higher than prices in 1982. To use a price index to convert values across years, we simply want to think of the ratio of prices in different pairs of years and find the set of income values that maintains that same ratio. Let's begin with a simple example. Suppose we know that a group's average annual income in 1995 was $22,000, but want to know what level of income in 2013 would provide the same purchasing power, or be equivalent in real terms. An alternative way to phrase the question is, how much income would be required in the year 2013 to be able to purchase the same bundle of goods available with $22,000 in 1995? First, note that we want to think about the ratio of year 1995 dollars to year 2013 dollars. Next, record the value of the price index for these 2 years. In this case, the ratio of the index in 1995 relative to 2013 would give us a ratio of 150 to 230. Now, we want to consider what $22,000 in 1995 would be equivalent to in 2013. Let's call the amount needed in 2013 X, and note that the equivalence of income, except for the price change, means that the ratio of income amounts in the 2 years should equal the ratio of the price index terms that we just wrote down. This gives us the following equation, which is easily solved for X. This says that it would require $33,733 in 2013 to have the same purchasing power as would have come from $22,000 back in 1995. Let's try one more example. Suppose we know that a poverty threshold for some poverty measure in 2013 is $11,500, but want to know what a comparable poverty threshold would have been in the year 2000. Again, we start by writing down the relevant years and find the price index. Construct the ratio of price index terms from those 2 years, which would be 169 over 230 in this case, and set it equal to the ratio of the poverty threshold in the relevant years. Here, our unknown quantity X represents the unknown poverty threshold in year $2,000, and the 2013 value of the threshold is $11,500. Solving for X in this case gives us $8,450. This says that a year 2000 poverty line comparable to a line of $11,500 in 2013 would be approximately $8,450. For the rest of this course, you should be comfortable with using a price index in this way to convert income amounts, poverty thresholds, and other economic variables across different years so that you can make comparisons that adjust for changes in inflation or the overall price level.